This is England. This review, I'm assuming you've already seen the film. I'm not going to tell you the plot. You can look it up in Wikipedia. So let's get straight into it. I woke up this morning. I saw this film last night. I watched it alone. And I woke up alone this morning. And like all reviews, this is going to be extremely, extremely subjective. But that's how I felt, how I'm feeling this morning as I woke up. I've only been woken up for about 10 minutes, so if I sound a bit hoarse, and that's because of that. I enjoyed it, but we'll get to its flaws in a second. But the first impression the thing that got to me about it was that this little boy, of course, we show him completely alone. He hasn't got a friend. He hasn't got a dad, a recurring theme in the modern age. It's almost like if you saw a movie with a dad, it's almost like, oh my God, that's the point of the film. Oh, look at that. It's a film with there's a father in the film. I can't believe it. And he's not abusing the kid. He's not killing anyone. He's just a good dad. Something has to happen. He must be punished. We can't have the film like that because all the single mothers seeing the film are going to feel bad. There's going to be, he's an abuser. It's going to be, our market is these chicks who are going to, women have got the buying value. They decide what film makes it and what doesn't. So we've got to have an arsehole in the film. Surely he's molesting the boy. Come on. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, this film, the boy, he gets his gang. This is the thing. Let's get straight to it. I haven't got fucking time here. Neither do you. Identity. A gang. I don't know much about the skinhead culture, but I do know this. The boy in this film has got no one, and suddenly, and this is what I found strange, he was walking under the bridge and those guys befriended him, and I thought, surely this is a catch. He's going to be attacked because, just saw a bit of violence in the school. And the skin guy, the leader of the first leader, that guy was, come on, mate, come on, sit down, mate. Blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, so is he going to beat him up? Is this a trick? And as it turns out, even when they took him out to that place, I thought, is there some kind of nasty going to happen? So it was almost like it took a good 20, 30 minutes before to realise, after a few things, that he actually was a good bloke. Because I think skinheads means he's going to beat him up at some point. There's going to be a confrontation or something. But no, the leader of the tribe, for some reason, took a shine to him and liked him. He didn't have to do anything to earn his way into the gang. So anyway, whatever. So they love him, and he's in the gang, and suddenly, this is hindsight. That's the thing about this film. He's hanging out with his gang. He's got a bunch of blokes there who are doing stuff with all day long. And this is the normal thing. We're supposed to be tribal. We're pack animals. But we've lost our tribe. We've lost our pack. I haven't got a gang. Last time I had a gang was, there's a bit of a feeling of that when you're playing in a band. When you're in high school, you're all together. You got something in common. Oh yeah, we all go to the same high school and others don't. So that gives us our identity. But then you go to work. Eventually, most people do. And then you got a job, and in the old days you had a job for life. Okay, good. I work for IBM, and I'm the IBM guy, and I hang out with the IBM guys, and I'm here that we're part of the IBM gang. But now we don't have that anymore. It's individual fucking contracts with a 3-day notice to leave. Outsourcing. You're on your own, buddy. So attachments you form with people at work, last what? 2 years, 3 years? How many people stay at the same job for 10 years now? So you think, okay, well, I'll go relationships. Okay, my bonding will be with my woman, but that's fucking not working either. Women are dumping guys left, right, and centre. They're just dizzy with the array of choice now. They've got the pill. They've got always the chance of a newer, fresher, more impressive guy. Why should they make a fucking effort? Yeah, I'm talking about the fact that the majority of the divorce is initiated by women, which I used to think, which the media, of course, tells us that's because the men are not up to scratch. Even the male, the pickup industry talks about, well, that's because the man, he didn't man up enough. If you were more of a man, if you were a better person than you, she wouldn't have left you. And you stop and you think, hold on a sec. What, every single guy is not worthy? Every single guy's getting dumped because we're all failing? What, the standard of guys has suddenly gone down? I don't think so. Women, anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, the point is that these relationships are ending as well. So you can't even depend on your woman to be your gang, to have your little family. And that's, for a time in the 50s, I guess that was part of your gang as well. But that's gone too. So you could be rich and fucking successful and married, and you could lose your job because the company folds and your wife leaves you as a result. So we've lost our gangs. I mean, in the old days, in the Aboriginal tribe, you're part of the tribe. That's it. End of the story. Nationality. And England. This is England. At the end of the day, I suppose, yeah, you're part of you're part of a nation. You're not really alone. No matter what happens, you're part of a bunch of blokes and girls who are part of a thing called England. But then if foreigners are coming in who don't speak the fucking language, who've got a different culture, who've got a different religion, so you can't talk to them because there's language barriers, there's cultural barriers. A lot of times they've got religious stuff, they can't even marry each other. What kind of a society is that where, the women of your tribe, their men or their peers are telling them that you are not, by your very nature, worth marrying? Or they're going to go to hell if they marry you, or you're going to go to hell. I mean, you can't have it. This multiculturalism thing is just... all right, so they say it takes a generation to shake off all the old beliefs, but that's a whole fucking generation of people growing up in a country where they're not even part of that country. They're not part of the culture. What is England if there's no English people there? What does it mean to say I'm English if anybody can just walk in there, sign a piece of paper, and boom, okay, you're English too? I mean, it happens in Australia as well. What does it mean to be Australian just because you sign a piece of paper? You're here, you just got here, and yeah, I'm Australian too. I'm Australian too. Well, in that case, I'm Chinese. Let me go to China, get off there, and say, yeah, I'm Chinese. Don't speak the language, don't know anything about China. Not racially Chinese, I've got nothing, but hey, I'm here and I want to be Chinese too. Give me the piece of paper, cool, now give me the fucking benefits. So, I agree with them that England has a value, and I want to go to England. I want to see English people. I want to visit the English people. I don't want to go there and... Look, in a way, it's too late now. What can you do? It's the way of the world, and I don't think I don't think we can go back. There's too many people moving around, too many people that are letting them, and it's too late. Once you let a certain percentage, I forgot someone calculated, a certain percentage of the population be not your own race, then, or whatever it is, that they're not going to integrate. But anyway, back to the film. So I understand what these guys are trying to do. But it was a bit confusing. One of the flaws in the movie was the guy, the bald guy, who was... he started off being a prankster. The guy got out of jail. And then he went weird, and then he went political. So okay, suddenly he switched. Okay, so he's a serious political dude, takes him to meetings and stuff, okay. And then he goes nuts. There's a bit aggro when he kicks the guy out of the car, which frustrated me because I didn't hear what the guy in the car said. And then... he goes nuts and beats up the black dude, and it's like, and he beats up the white dudes as well. So he's just a psycho. So I don't understand what the point was. He was a psycho all along just because the girl dumped him. I don't get that. In hindsight, that wasn't that great. But the main thing that to conclude is that this Skins it's all about a gang, being part of a gang, a boyhood gang, a schoolyard gang, a work gang, and you know what? If I was there, I'd join that gang too, just to feel that you're part of something. Because in the modern world, we don't have our gangs anymore. So join the Skins, and it doesn't really matter at that point what they're passionate about. They might as well have been a Christian group talking about, we've got to get together to Jesus, or it could be a Muslim group saying, "Oh, Islam is the way, brother." They call each other brother, Islam. So it's the feeling of, hey, we're together on this. You're not alone. I'll look out for you, brother. So it was a depressing movie in some ways. The kid walking around by himself, totally fucking. He didn't have a single friend, which I thought was a bit manipulative. You think, well, hold on a second, not a single. He didn't show him at school. Didn't show anybody at work. They're always socialising, having parties and get-togethers, and having fun days. And the guy said, "Oh, this is the best day I had in my life," and I felt a bit like, fuck. When's the last time I had a day that was the best day of my life? Anyway, sorry for the depressing end to this review, but it's an interesting film. But it's a bit I don't know. I didn't know what to feel at the end of the day. There it is.